You know, you forget how much you're bombarded with imagery in your everyday life. Even if you didn't watch television that day, you'd be bombarded with imagery. So the idea was to actually bring us back, slow us down and make us re-look at painting.
We met at school when we were 16. It took me 10 years and 12 sea breezes to woo her, but I got there in the end. And we've been working as artists ever since.
I had done a fine art and painting and sculpture degree at Goldsmiths, and Rob was a fine art photographer. So that's why our work is always a bit of a hybrid of painting, photography and lots of different medias that can't really be put into any one particular slot. Spent a whole day in MPC. They showed us what was and wasn't possible.
They asked us to come up with ideas, which really to begin with was very daunting. It's very much like a painter being confronted with a blank canvas. Anything is possible in the world of CGI. So after spending a lot of time discussing, how we'd like to work with MPC, we came back to the analogue and the digital, and we thought, what better starting point than an old master painting?
And they had a pretty clear idea what they wanted to happen, and in achieving this was slightly different, which is where we came into the picture. It's one thing being able to sort of verbally describe it, but actually in reality to make it happen took quite a lot of thought on our part and how to actually bring to life something that's effectively 2 feature films back to back. Really just the feeling the project had, it had a vibe, but there was a different sense of pressure to it. People felt that there was something that would stand the test of time and be something that they could have their name to and be proud of for a while. So people were keen to get involved.
We've had an amazing working relationship with them. It's been really incredible, and they've become friends. Really the ideas evolved having looked at their medium, which was quite amazing. This would never have happened if they hadn't invited us in. Probably the hardest thing was holding it all back.
They're very used to working in small kind of bite-sized chunks for commercials or for scenes within films. So
it's the total antithesis of that, in fact, where you're trying to sell a product super fast.
It's really quite refreshing to work for a couple of people like Rob and Nick. It definitely isn't something that we could have done on our own without their sort of inspiration and their ideas. And I'd hope that they would say the same for the execution of it. So I think it had to be collaborative in that way, yeah.
Watching people view the work who don't know about the work, occasionally they'll look at it and they wonder what's going on. It's obviously not a painting, but why is it a light box of a flowers and arch window? And then suddenly there'll be a bit of real-time activity of a butterfly flying past, and you'll hear this very audible gasp as people realise that it's actually alive and living.
I think I heard someone say, so do you think somehow they put an electric charge through the painting or something?